Hi everyone, it's Monday and it's 4 o'clock, so it's time for another Facebook Live. I'm just going to find myself on my laptop. Well, that's a bit close, isn't it? Let's not do that. Oops, hang on. So I can find myself on my laptop so I can see any comments. I think I might have started before it actually said I was live. Who knows? So you might only get half of what I said, but it wasn't important. Wait a minute, I'm just going to find myself. I know someone's watching, thank you. My laptop's a bit slow. Hopefully all my children are off the internet. Because I did tell them Mummy was going live. Then they got the, really? Okay, here we go. I found myself. And okay, ready to go. Now, I wanted to share something, so I'm just trying to adjust that camera down. So there we go. Oh, look at the ladder in the background. That's such a good look. I should have really moved that. Oh, well, never mind. We had to do a bit of painting on our cornices, so that's why the ladder's still there. That's what I spent yesterday afternoon doing. All right, anyway, I wanted to run through a few classes that I have online ready to go. Now, you're probably all used to my Stamping by Mail, which is a monthly class that I do online. Well, it's not online. I send you all the projects and the kits and all the instructions, and it's a monthly thing. I've been doing it now for 12 months, would you believe? So I started in October last year. Can't believe it's been 12 months already. And it's grown and grown, and I absolutely love doing it. So I'm not going to stop them anytime soon. I may, though, have to limit the amount that I do in November, and I'm going to have to close off April pretty soon. Oh, sorry, April. What are we? October. Pretty soon, because our house is under contract. We've agreed to a price that someone wanted to offer for our house, and that means all going well, next Tuesday will actually be sold, and then I will be packing up and moving into state. So I've got 4 weeks after next Tuesday to pack up everything and move. So I'm going to try and keep the Stamping by Mail going as long as I can while we're moving and in the transition stage to a new house. When we move to Brisbane, we're staying with my mum, so until we find a new house. So that could be a bit challenging trying to get the same amount of work done. But anyway, I wanted to let you know about October's Stamping by Mail, which I'm going to have to close off, I think, at the end of this week, and then plan to get them in the mail next week. So the first one is using, I know it's coming back to front, sorry, Birthday Delight stamp set, and you get the matching framelits. Now, I had someone ask during the week if they'd be able to make the projects easily because they have limited supplies. Even though on my description of the classes I do say you get the framelits, I haven't made it really clear that you will need a die cutting machine for these. So I'm going to go back in and change the description and add to it, and you definitely do need a die cutting machine of some sort for these classes. So here's one sample of the birthday delivery. Sorry, not Birthday Delights. Where'd that come from? Birthday delivery. So there's one card out of the 8 projects that you'll get in that class. Then the other class that's on offer is the Coffee Cafe. And again, you get the matching framelits. Now, for each of the 3 classes on offer this month, there's 3 different options. You get the complete kit, which is the stamp set and framelits, plus the project kits. For 8 projects, they come with full colour instructions, and if time permits, some videos, exclusive videos as well. There's second option of just the project kit. So if you already own the stamp sets and the framelits, you can just get the 8 project kits with the instructions. And there's a third option, which is just the tutorials or the instructions in PDF format, which I'll email to you. That's for people who are not necessarily living in Australia. I had a lady sign up last month. I didn't realise she was in the States, and I had to refund her money because I can't sell product across international borders. So even though she just wanted the project kits, I can't supply them across international borders. So outside of Australia, you can't have them. You can just have the PDF tutorials. So now there's 3 options for each card class or each project class. So that's one of the cards from the Coffee Cafe class. Okay, so 8 projects per class. Some are just all cards, some classes, some I do 3D items as well. It's just a mix. Some are fancy folds, some all sorts of different things. The 3rd class on offer in October is using the Ready for Christmas, which is so cute, and the matching framelits. So all these 3 classes this month, you will need some sort of die cutting machine. And this is one of the cards from that class. Okay, sorry it's back to front. I'll try and put them, when I turn the camera around, I'll try and put them down again so you can see them right way around. Okay, so there's a bit of glitter on that. See, glimmer, glimmer, pretty, pretty. Right, now, I'll also introduce some other classes to go. These are different from the Stamping by Mail classes, in that Stamping by Mail classes, that's a mouthful, only run for the month. So those 3 ones I've just shown you then only run for October. At the end of October, that's it. I'm not going to run those classes again. The other ones I'm offering at the moment that I've added are classes to go, and these are available for as long as the product is available. So, for example, the colouring class, okay, this is one of the cards that we'll be doing. So in the colouring class, you get this stamp set, which I should have pulled it out, but I didn't. You get this plus an aqua painter, a blender pen, and the watercolour paper, and project kits for 5 projects with full colour instructions. Now, this will be available for as long as we have those tools and that stamp set. If they retire this stamp set, then I'll just replace it with another stamp set that you can still do the colouring with. And you'll still learn the same techniques. Okay, so those classes to go are designed to be available all the time. So they're not a limited edition like the Stamping by Mails. The other ones I wanted to tell you about was my Christmas stamper stack. Alright, so the idea of a stamper stack is you get together with friends, this is how traditionally they've been run, and you stamp multiples of the same card. So sometimes there's 3 cards and you'll stamp 3 of each card. So you go home with a stack of stamped cards. That's basically why it's called a stamper stack. But being online, I obviously can't get people together to do it, so I'm going to do it by mail. And I have 5 cards on offer, and each class, or each of those individual classes in the stamper stack, comes with the stamp set and 10 project kits, so 10 of the same card. So this is one, for example. This is using Santa's Sleigh. So in the complete kit for this, you get the stamp set and project kits, and in the project kits are the card stock and everything you need to make this card. And you'll get 10 of them, so you can make 10 of this card to send to your relatives. There's also additional just project kits that you can purchase, so they come in a lot of 10. So if you already have the stamp set, or you want to make 20 of the same card, then you buy the complete kit of the stamp set and 10 project kits, and then an additional pack of just the project kits. Now the way the form is designed on sign up, you can only get maximum of 20 kits per card, but if you need more, obviously I can do a lot more than that. Then you just have to email me and tell me how many you want. So I hope I've explained that. If you have any questions, then please send me an email or pop a comment on here, and I'll try and answer it. So that's the Santa's Sleigh. So the idea is that you get all your Christmas cards done easily, one stamp set, and they're all the same, and it's just a quicker process, because once you've done one, you just continue on. Alright, so that's the Carols of Christmas. That's another one. This is the Hang Your Stocking. So these are the 4. So there's 4 options for the stamper stack. And then this is the Christmas quilt card. Okay, so a really good idea to get all your Christmas cards done in bulk and quickly. And all the prices are on my website, www.simplystampingwithnorelle.com, and you'll see the classes to go link at the top, and they're all listed under there. So like doing a card like this, for example, you could get 10 of those easily done in an afternoon, and then all your Christmas cards are done. Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you like them. So they're the latest classes that I've offered, classes to go. So check them out on my website. Today, we are going to be playing with patterned paper because we have a DSP sale on at the moment, Designer Series paper sale on. So I thought I'd do some projects using just patterned paper. Pardon me. Obviously there's stamps as well, but the idea is give you different ways to use your DSP rather than just on cards. So I've made a heap of boxes. So you might have seen these in the ad for today's Facebook Live. So it's Designer Series paper on the lid and the cardstock on the base. Another one for the boys. So that's also Designer Series paper. That's using a 6x6 piece and Designer Series paper on the bottom. And then another one, really, really simple and quick. So you can make these any size to suit any gift. And then this is another one. This particular paper, the Fancy Foil Frenzy it's called, is not actually in the sale, but my daughter's got a birthday coming up next month, so I've made this for her for a gift. So alright, I'm now going to pop you around and then I will show you how to make these boxes. They are really, really simple. So just bear with me. I'm going to turn you around. Okay, now hopefully you can see my mouse out of the way. So there's the boxes around the right way. There we go. Can you see them? I don't know if I can zoom in. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the boxes. Now you can make boxes any size. All you have to remember is that your lid has to be 1/16 of an inch bigger than your base, okay? And if you're a metric person, then it's something like 2 millimeters. So your lid has to be 2 millimeters bigger than your base. So if you're using a 6x6 inch piece of paper for your base, then your lid needs to be 6 1/16 by 6 1/16 or 5 5/16. I hope that makes sense, okay? So if you're metric, then it's just going to be 2 millimeters bigger for your lid, because then it's going to slide onto your box easily. And I just realized I got that one upside down. Would you like reading that stamp upside down? From my kitchen to yours. All right, now if you want your lid to come down halfway, like this one, so it doesn't come down all the way, see these come down all the way, then if you want it to come down half, you just, now let me get this right, your lid needs to be, the paper for your lid needs to be half the depth of your box smaller. So this box is 1 inch in depth. So your DSP needs to be half an inch smaller, if that makes sense. So if the depth of this box was 2 inches, then your lid paper needs to be 1 inch smaller. So if my base of my box is 6x6 and I want my lid to be smaller, then it needs to be 5 1/2 and 1/16. Remember, it needs to be a little bit bigger. I'm hoping that makes sense. It's clear in my head. Anyway, I'll try and show you in a demonstration. All right, so we'll move these out of the way and I'll just start making a box. Okay, so I'm going to use these. So this is going to be my base and this is going to be my lid. So my base, I know, needs to be 1/16 of an inch smaller than the lid. So I'm going to just trim that off and I'm trying to, here we go. So I don't know if you can see this in my trimmer. Let me move this up here. All right, so that's a 6 inch mark that my lid is going to be. I need this paper to be 1/16 smaller, which is that little mark there. So that's 7/8, that's 15/16, if that makes sense. So I just need to take just that little bit off my paper and then we should be right. And it's just on 2 sides, so it doesn't have to be much off. No, that's probably not in view, is it? Right, so now I'm going to score. I'm not going to get out my scorer. I'm just going to use my trimmer because it does come with a scoring blade. So I'm hoping that you can see. Yep, you can see that. All right, so now I'm going to trim this an inch. Sorry, score an inch on each side. Now when you're using your designer series paper, you don't want to press too hard on your scorer because you will go through the paper and it will tear. So we're just going to score an inch around. Okay, so that's all sides. And now my paper for the lid, I'm just going to do the same, an inch around every side. Alright, so now, finish with the trimmer for now. Sorry about the noise. Just going to score all those lines. So I want this pattern on the outside. Just quick score, and don't use too much pressure because the patterned paper is not as sturdy as the cardstock. And then the same with this one. Score all the way around. Right, so now, if you want, what do I do with all my boxes? Here you go. If you want a little divot like this, so people can hold the box and pull the lid off, then now is the time you need to do it. So you would just on the edge of the box piece, you would get the middle, use a punch, and I didn't get one down. Let me just grab a punch. Hang on a minute. Okay, so I've just got a round punch here. Okay, and I'm just going to do it on two sides. There's no need for it to be on all four. So I know my score lines are there. So I'm going to put this in the middle, sort of center it, so there's an even gap on either side of the punch to the score line. Okay, and then just punch out. And then try and do the same on this side. And it doesn't matter if it's not completely even, because no one can see two sides of the box at once, really. Alright, so that's our little divot. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is this score line cut up to where it meets the other score line. And I'm just going to take a little wedge out there, and on this side a little angle on the little tab. Just makes it easier when you fold it in, I find. So you're going to do that on all of these four sections. A little divot out there and a little divot out there. And I didn't cut on that line properly, so hang on, let's have another go. There we go. I'm hoping that's not blurry. I don't know, maybe my phone doesn't want to focus. And last one, straight up the score line, and just angle these edges of the tabs, and that's it. And now we're going to glue. So just glue on the inside of the tab and then hold it in place. Just grab my glue. So a little bit of glue. Make sure it's lined up and makes a nice square finish. And then just hold it for a few seconds. Our Tombow glue is really good and it dries really fast, so you don't have to sit there like for half an hour per corner. And more glue on this side. Now if you use Christmas paper, you could make all sorts of sizes of boxes for Christmas gifts and never have to buy inflated prices of boxes again. Like, I can't believe some of the boxes, they're like $8, $9 a box. You could make one with one sheet of DSP, which is what, $1.60 a sheet, and like the base is, depends how big your box is, 40 cents for a piece of plain cardstock. It's like so cheap, and you get to tailor it, decorate it, so much better than buying the store-bought ones. And this is not going to take long. I'll just take a little bit longer because I'm explaining it all, but there you go, there's our lid done. Okay, cute. And now the same for the base. It doesn't matter which score line you here I did. Doesn't matter which score lines you cut up for the tabs, because this is a square piece. And I'll make sure I get the score line. Hang on, I can't see it. I think that's it. I really need new glasses. Okay, do this side while we're here. Last one, and then we're going to have a box done. Okay, same thing, we're just going to add the glue to our tabs. And like, you don't need a lot of glue either, so we're just going to, there we go, hold that. Okay, next tab. See, once you've done one, they're so quick and easy to put together. You'll be on a roll in no time and have lots of boxes for all your gifts. It's so much cheaper than the store-bought stuff. And I think boxes are better than those bags, those gift bags. I can't stand them. That's like the lazy way of wrapping. Just go to the store and grab a bag, dump it in there, they're done. There's no thought or love put into that at all. Alright, there we go. There's our base. And our lid. Fingers crossed I got the measurements right and it fits. Oops, tuck it in there. And there we go. Look at that. How cute is that? There, look. So nice. And the base is not that sturdy because I have used designer series paper. But you could make it stronger. Just put a piece of plain cardstock in there to line the bottom of it and give it a bit more strength. And do the same to the lid if you want. But this is fine the way it is. You can also make the base out of cardstock like I have on this one. I've used Pill Party there with that gorgeous DSP from Whole Lot of Lovely. And there you have a box. Now, I'm going to tempt fate here and try and do what I was explaining before, a half edge lid, if that makes sense. So like on this one, where you have the lid only going down halfway. Fingers crossed I don't muck it up. So I will start with the base, and that is going to be, no, yes, no, I'm thinking this is going to be the lids. This has to be 6 by 6, no, I'm going to cut that down. Right, so this is going to be 6 by 6. You can tell this was a good idea in my head, but it's not quite, you know, working out. So 6 by 6, that's our base. Alright, now our lid needs to be, I want it, because this lid is going to be 1/2 inch deep. So like this one, it's going to be 1/2 inch deep. I want the lid to come halfway along. So I need it to be 5.5 plus 1/16 to allow for it to go over the base. So 5.5 plus 1/16. And 5.5 plus 1/16. Alright, so now we score. Now I want it to be 1/2 inch. So I'm only going to score at the 1/2 inch all the way around. This is a bit of work, huh? Nothing like doing this live. Works in your head but doesn't work in reality. That's pretty sad if that happens. Okay, and then this is going to be 1 inch. Just all the way around. Okay, all the scoring is done. Now we burnish our score lines, but just fold them over using a bone folder to make them nice and crisp. And with the lid, so I want this gorgeous purple pattern on the outside, just sweet sugar plum, my ultimate favourite colour. Alright, so let's do the base first because I'll make us wait in anticipation to see if my lid fits. Because then if it doesn't, I can just run away crying. See how easy they are once you get the knack of it? So quick and easy. And if you get the patterned paper during the Designer Series paper sale, buy 3 packs and get the 4th free. Imagine all the boxes you can make. It's so cool. Alright, now we're just going to glue the tabs. And this one, oops, get in there. And this one. If you're there watching, say hi. So I know you're there. So say hi back. Alright, that's our base. Now, are you ready? Moment of truth for the lid. I'm so nervous this is not going to work out. Cut the tabs the same. Ready? Oh, I'm not ready. Why do I think this won't work? I'm terrible. I doubt myself all the time. Oh, this is beautiful paper. I absolutely love this. This is a 6x6 paper stack. It's a Petal Garden. I don't actually know the proper name of the paper stack. Let me get my list and have a look. It's called Petal Garden, I was right. And it's part of the DSP sale. So DSP, if you don't know, is our shortened term for Designer Series paper, which is what Stampin' Up calls the packs of patterned paper. So DSP, if you're new to Stampin' Up, you'll have to get used to some of these terms. It took me a while to work out what people were talking about. I'm going, huh? I've always known it as patterned paper. What's this DSP? What are you talking about? Okay, so are you ready? That should be fingers crossed. Oh, and it's too big. What did I do? Oh, look at that. I've wrecked my measurement somehow. Oh, but it worked on this one. Never mind. I will rejig that. I think I might have worked out what I've done wrong. Yeah. I think I know. So I'll revisit that one. But that's the idea anyway. So there you go. Nothing like a live fail. Oh my goodness, how did I get that so wrong? There you go. Need to revisit my notes. So don't listen to me. That's how you make a nice little box that works correctly. And here's all our others. There you go. So make lots of boxes. There's heaps of patterned paper on sale. Buy 3, get the 4th one free. And have a look at my classes that I've got online. I promise that they will all work, not like my failed box here. Oh dear. Oh, well, that's just how things go, hey? And then I'd love to see you in my Stamping by Mail classes, or my classes to go. And just reminding you all that I'm going to have to close off the Stamping by Mail classes for this month at the end of this week, because I will be packing up my house soon and moving interstate. So thank you for joining me today, and I might turn you back around without my hand in the way. Did that work? Yay, we're back. Okay, there we go. How embarrassing, my box didn't work. Oh no, I'm going to have to work on that. I will post up the measurements that they should be, so you don't do what I just did and get it totally wrong. Okay, but thank you for joining me today. It's lovely to share some projects with you. I'm going to try and do a Facebook Live every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. and show you a different project each week and tell you what's going on. So thank you for joining, and have a great evening. Bye.